This meeting's being recorded and brought to you by Fresca, which is actually pretty damn good. I'm glad some was in the office fridge. This is We Live Fantasy. We Live Fantasy Sports. Tyler Lau, Mike Chaffee, Chaffstick, and Dicka in the Percy. Breaking down Thursday night battle between the Dolphins and the Jaguars. In real life, I would probably pick the Dolphin, but I think on Thursday night, I'm going to side on the Jaguars. Going to be a good game, though. It seems like both teams are playing pretty well, you know? I mean, for what they are and who they are, and it seems like a lot of guys have a fire under their ass this year on the Jaguars, and it still seems like the Dolphins are just still kind of mediocre, but making the most of what they got. Pretty good slate. Pretty good pricing. Where are you at this week there, buddy?
I mean, I would love to say that this is going to be a blowout, and I'll bet that way for some of it. But I mean, these primetime games this year have just they haven't let us down.
And they brought some surprises too.
Yes. So I mean, and I think that goes back to not being any preseason. I mean, there was no preseason. It was very limited off season and training. I think that's why we're also getting a lot of injuries this year is because of that. But I think at the same time it's leveled the playing field. I mean, I think last night was a prime example of that. I mean, Las Vegas, obviously did a lot better than most expected, but I wasn't surprised to see it. I mean, John Gruden, he knows how to play the game, and he played the game right. He kept the D on the field for a long time and gassed him in the fourth and beat him in the fourth. I mean, it was a great
Drew Brees off the field.
Yeah, exactly. If you keep the ball out of their hands, you can beat them, and he did. He did. I mean, there was one drive in there. I think it was the third quarter where it was the first drive coming out the second half. It was like 9.5 minute drive. Like, he just ate up a whole quarter. I mean, that's how you win football games against a great offense.
Yeah, and sometimes it's things like that people overlook, like recovering an onside kick and letting the Cowboys beat you.
Yes.
Like some things you just can't explain. But for this slate, Dolphins and Jags, man, Gardner Minshew wasn't messing around in that promotional video he did with Bud Light, man. He's not messing around. And Keelan Cole has finally emerged from under the rock that he was in, and D.D. Westbrook seems to have fallen off the side of the cliff. Crazy how all that turns around, and no running back. And now the guy Robinson, who I picked up on 2 of my season-long fantasy teams, is showing up and showing that he's the guy too. So that's kind of exciting.
It is exciting.
And Jacksonville is looking balanced. 25 rushes last week. And Gardner Minshew is scoring points like a beast. So they're pretty balanced at their attack, which that correlates to them scoring points.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that with what Jay Gruden has done over there at Jacksonville on that offense, I mean, he's brought it to life. He's found his home. He likes it there. He's proven that he could put up the points. I mean, last week, what was it? Exactly 480 yards against the Tennessee's defense. 480 yards against a great defense, I would say. So if they do that against, Tennessee, what are they going to do against Miami? I mean, it 500 plus, I would think, like it could be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
And I don't know that Miami has the offense to keep up. So that's the concerning part. But they got Fitz magic, and that's all you need.
Right, that's all you need. A fellow member of a good-looking Beards gang, so I can't fault him there. He did my Buccaneers right when he was here and had to take over. So I have nothing but love for Fitz magic. The craziest thing on this slate of looking at pricing is Tua Tagovailoa at $15,000. Do you think DraftKings did that just to protect people from just throwing him in a lineup at $200 or $5,400 and just say, well, maybe it's a blowout and they give him a chance finally? Like, what do you think they're doing there? Do they really think that he's going to get in this game?
I mean, if he's going to get in this game, they know, and they're going off that, then they know more than I do, because I don't really see that happening now. Maybe. I mean, if Jacksonville gets up in the first half by 3 touchdowns, I don't see why you don't give the kid a shot. So
right. Or
I mean,
Fitz throws 3 picks on the first 3 drives.
But you know what? It's prime time, and I just don't see Fitz doing that.
Me neither. I don't either, but I've also seen him do it too. So.
Yes.
But when you're building lineups, are you just pretending that that's not even there? You're just skipping over it?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I will make one lineup. One lineup that's got him in it, just in case this shit goes sideways, and it goes. At least I know I have one that I can root for, because otherwise I'll be fucking pissed to watch.
Well, then obviously you won't have Fitzpatrick in that lineup.
I will not have Fitzpatrick in that lineup.
All right. Well, that's fair. All right, man. So captain showdown. Do you have a group of guys you've been putting in as captain? Do you have a favorite? Are you going all Minshew? Are you going all in on someone? Or are you kind of sporadic with it?
I really think you're, especially with the way that this thing is priced out. I think you got to go with somebody who can get you at least 30 points in the captain spot, like you do most weeks. And the only person I see that can consistently do that, or that gives me any hope that can do that, is Minchie. Okay. And I think you could build some very good lineups with him. If you do take him, you got to get a little low, which is fine, because they've got a few people down here that are way worth paying for.
Like who?
And we'll get there, but I like Minshew. Like we talked about earlier, I think I'm gonna have a couple Fitzy captain lineups, because I think that could also be very attractive.
Okay.
As long as you stack the right people with them, and then as a nice little semi-sleeper pick for a captain, I'm going to throw a few Coles in there.
Yeah, I think you have to.
Yeah, I mean, he gets the targets, he gets the productivity, and he'll put up the points, and it really opens you up for some good-looking lineups.
Yeah, so. Yeah. Well, $8,100 captain, a guy who can actually on career day get you those 30 points you're looking for 8,100. You can literally do anything you want to.
Yeah. So that's an option too. But I mean, yeah, that's where I'm at. I mean, is there anything that you're seeing differently there in that?
Well, just fantasy points per game wise is Gesicki.
Fair.
And just for kind of surprisingly, I get stuck watching Miami games with Red Zone and kind of flipping back and forth being here in Florida. Devontae Parker's really, really, really good, and he's just so damn injury prone, but he's so good. Like he's just so tall. He looks like he could be Mike Evans' brother, like when he runs and he's full steam. But I haven't found him as a captain spot yet. But I mean, I've seen the games. I remember last year he went on a tear where he was just in every Millie lineup.
Yeah.
And he hasn't done it this year, but at least last week looked better.
I mean, so he's like the Carson Wentz of Miami, or the Connors of Miami, if you will.
Yeah. The porcelain boy.
Yeah. Got glass for bones.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I could see that being an option there. I mean, he gets the targets too. So, a touchdown and a few deep passes, which he happens. I could see him getting over 10 targets and enough points to do it. So
yeah,
I could do that. I could jump on that with you. The thing there is, if you take him, you got to take Fitzy, because
they go hand in hand.
They go hand right.
They go hand in hand. Right. I see in full 100% in a perfect world, everyone's healthy. He's the guy.
Number one for sure.
Yeah, he's the guy. So that's what I was thinking. But when I look, I mean, he's at 12.6. And when you're looking at Gesicki, who's been balling out this year, and it seems like Jacksonville is one of the softest against the tight ends, that's where my brain went to get him. And God forbid Tua does get in. It seems like rookie quarterbacks like having that safe option of a good tight end. So
Well, because
Yeah.
those are those high completion passes too. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. 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 So diving down the list, it looks like there's Chark. I mean, DJ Chark. We all know how good DJ Chark is. Um, Robinson's been doing really good. He's really shown up as a running back that Jacksonville needed. He's getting the volume too. He's getting like Josh Jacobs volume.
he is getting volume, which is what you want.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that could be a potential play too. You know, especially if this gets out of hand. You know, at Jacksonville.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if it gets out of hand, he's going to be getting the rock a lot. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's definitely a play, especially in your builds where you think, you know, it's going to be a Jacksonville game, so you have a 4-2 stack Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely
Myles Gaskin hasn't reached double-digit carries in any game this year. Do you think he gets it against Jacksonville?
I don't know if he gets the double-digit carries, but he does get looks for receptions. So,
Yeah.
you know, I think if he gets you around 12 points or 16 points, I think he paid for himself, and he might be in the winning lineup, and I think he could do that. Now, again, I wouldn't put him in every one of your lineups, but on particular builds where you say this is going to be a nail biter down to the end, and it's 23, you know,
Yeah.
whatever, 27, 28, whatever, 30, then I would say, yeah, he could be in your winning lineup.
Well, I've always been a Jordan Howard truther. I've always drafted him in fantasy football, and I always loved him with the Bears. And he got running back by committee in Philly, but he still looked really good. He looks like he's the number 2 guy here. But I think down the road, if God forbid Miami has another primetime game, I don't think you'll see this pricing for Jordan Howard as low as you can. And you know I love contrarian running backs with Jamal Williams and Latavius Murray breaking my heart last night. Really, Drew Brees breaking my heart, but really Latavius Murray. Um, Jordan Howard is a legit running back. And I know he's still number 2 behind Gaskin, but I got to tell you, I have a few darts on Jordan Howard.
Yeah, and I understand why. My only concern there is I read the game scripts, or I'm sorry, the game summaries from their past 2 games this year,
Yeah.
and his name just was like never.
Yeah.
never
Yeah, I know. I know.
and that's my concern. But all you need is you know a one handoff in the red zone, and
Mm-hmm.
that changes everything.
Yes, it
So
does. It does.
I get the play. I don't know if I'm going to get there, and if I do, it won't be a lot.
Okay.
I do like playing the kickers. You know this.
Yep.
So I have some Lambeau and some Sanders, just because it seems like this year the kickers are ending up in the winning lineups. I don't know. I mean, I think if I were to go back and count, I'm pretty sure about 40% of the winning lineups had either a defense or a kicker in. So
you know me, I have such a hard time choosing defenses and kickers.
I know.
But I've just been burned by it. And when you look at the end of the first quarter in the New England game, I mean, you would have thought that the big lineup would have had Patriots defense in it no matter what. And then the whole script kind of flips with Russell Wilson being Russell Wilson. And but then it didn't look too good. But it is crazy how it can really be tilting when it's a 6-9 game and the guy with the defense and the captain and the defense right below it and both kickers is winning 500K on you. It can be super tilting.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be the case this week, but I do.
Yeah.
Like last night, man. I had Carlson, the kicker for Vegas, and he was in the winning lineup. He was in my winning lineup, my best lineup that I was chasing him down on, and he was in the winning lineup of the lobby. So
yeah,
it happens. So I'm there more than Howard, just because of the chances and productivity they're going to get.
Yeah, of course.
They're going to kick field goals.
So climbing down the pricing, next up is Preston Williams and Chenault Jr. It seems like Preston Williams is the beta to the Devontae Parker, and it seems like Chenault Jr. is getting a lot of that Deebo Samuel role, kind of.
Yeah, I have a bit of both of them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to continue to take a bit of both of them because I think these are going to be your two that aren't going to be owned as much. I think they're semi overvalued, and I think that's where you're going to get your leverage at. I
Cool.
think Killian Cole's probably going to be pretty heavily owned at the price that he's at. I hope he's not, but
Yeah.
I bet he's going to be. Um, and I think Jaceki and all your guys above that are obviously going to be taken quite heavily. So
Yeah.
just trying to find leverage, I would say that's a good place to start. Williams, when I was reading through the game logs or game summaries, Williams was getting a decent amount of looks. Didn't have that many completions, but he was getting the looks, and that's where it all starts.
Yeah.
As
Sure.
far as Schlenault, he also was getting a decent amount of looks and had the completions. So
Yeah. I like the little end arounds they did with him
yeah,
running around.
yep. I mean, yeah, I 4 targets each game. I think that could easily go up.
Yeah.
Especially depending on the gameplay, and
Yeah.
I'm okay with clicking that. I'm all
Yeah.
over it.
Jaguars D.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a few.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a few.
6,400. It's expensive. That's why I say that.
I know.
Seems expensive for a defense.
And here's why I'll have a few. Because I'm gonna have my 4-2 stacks. I think they'll fit real nice at the bottom, especially if they can hold this game to decent digits. And if they do get the 3 picks on first
Yeah.
quarter, one of them will be a pick 6. So
You ain't lying.
I'm in on it.
You ain't
I
lying.
may take 1 or 2 of them as the captain too, just to be the 3%
Be
different.
that guy. Be that guy. Real man starts Jaguars D tomorrow night. So
that's right. So I will do it. I will do it. But I would rather go down a little bit here and take some Keelan Cole as captain.
okay.
I might throw an Eifert in there.
Yeah. I can't believe Eifert can even still walk with all the injuries he's had, let alone catch touchdowns.
That's my concern with taking him.
Yeah, but he looked good last week.
Yeah, but they all look good until one fault.
All right, so if you average week 1 and week 2 out and look at the baseline of Tyler Eifert, it looks like you're at 2 catches for 19 yards because he had 3 and a touchdown last week, and then he only had 1 the first week. And that's all we really have to go off of. I mean, Minshew has really good wide receivers, but that didn't stop him from going to that safety net, last week with the touchdown. So I think I have like 3 out of 20 with Eifert in it. That doesn't scare me, and that doesn't throw me off of the bridge. So
no,
I'd rather have Cole than Eifert.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Jordan Howard. We touched on him. You want to be contrarian, play Jordan Howard. If you've watched football for the past 5 years, you know how good Jordan Howard is. It's just the systems he's been in, and it just depends on what's going to happen and which Miami shows up. Kickers. You touched on Lambo. You like Lambo. Sanders. You gonna throw a few darts at Sanders?
I do have a few on Sanders because I did do 4-2 stacks with the Miami just in case things go like they did last night. I'm there. It's hard not to be because I could see it. Like I said, man, here's my concern about this game is like you said, you're from Florida and you watch Miami games. Well, I've watched me a few Miami games where Fitz just came out of left field and decided to play football one day, and him and Jameis Winston are so much the same quarterback. It's absolutely fucking insane to me. They could go out and throw 5 touchdowns and 5 interceptions in a game, and then the next game not have 1 interception or 1 touchdown, or have 3 interceptions and no touchdown. It's insane. It's insane. So,
and they can both run.
And they can both end up in the Millie lineup. So, I have to take Fitz. I hate to say it. I'm going to have some Fitz, and if I have some Fitz, I will probably get down here and take some Sanders because of how expensive Fitz is. You got to get down there and take somebody like that. So I'll do it in a few of them, and hopefully that's not the few I'm praying on.
Yeah. Well, I after texting back and forth last night during the game Um, you got me to open my eyes to Isaiah Ford, who had 7 receptions last week.
Yep, 9
Two,
targets.
two the first week, so that's 9. So, do you think he can get us 4.5 catches for 45 yards and just crush his value?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. When I watched again, or when I read the game summary, there was a few names that popped up to me down here in the game summaries. Isaiah Ford was one of them for Miami. Your whole contrarian running back scenario,
yeah.
Mr. Breda was an interesting play. Um, he got a few looks, and then also.
I like all 4 of those guys: Ford, Thompson, Conley, as Breeden. I think they can
Well,
all
I was,
do
I
something.
was, yeah, I was going Miami there. Yes, if you want to go Jacksonville, Thompson got some looks and actually had more, but there was a couple flags on his plays, so it got taken away. Conley also is going to get some looks. I do
Yeah.
like, but he's not starting. Isaiah Ford is starting for Miami. He's the 3rd wide receiver. Conley's the 4th receiver for Jacksonville. Actually, as per the depth charts now,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to
Yeah.
change.
COVID,
What's that?
with COVID and everything, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, and I don't know. They change daily. O'Shaughnessy Labalasi Desi is a potential play.
It's Irish. It's O'Shaughnessy.
Whatever, whatever. Listen, I'll tell you what. If he ends up in my winning lineup, I'll learn how to say his last name.
All right,
Deal?
deal.
All right, all right. So I took him in a few. And again, this is with my Jacksonville stacks. And the reason why is because he had a red zone look last week. So
Yeah.
I'm on it. I'm on it. He didn't catch, or I forget if it was a flag or if he didn't catch it or something was incomplete. But he
Well,
at
he's
least
been with the team for a handful of years now. So, he knows the system. He knows everything. He's
yeah,
comfortable there. And, he probably would have been a top 20 tight end if Eifert didn't come along for season-long rankings and things like that. So,
yep,
yeah,
yep.
I'm with you. And it seems like they run some more two tight end sets. So, I'm with you there. Anyone below Shaughnessy worth a damn in your mind?
Normally I would say no. Um, I would say absolutely not. But I'm going to try something this game that I haven't tried before. Because it seems to be happening quite frequently when
Okay.
in the primetime games.
Okay.
Um, Last year when and I say almost because I needed an 8-yard throw from Baker Mayfield to anybody other than Chubb, and I would have taken down the showdown slate that night. But I played DeErnst Johnson, who was $400 if I remember right. This whole year I've been playing people like that that can have just a crazy random active event that gives them a touchdown and then they're in the winning lineup. And last night that happened to 4 fucking random people at the bottom down here. So I'm going to take my favorite lineup, whatever 4 stack I like, and I'm going to just run the list down and take one of everybody below here.
Okay. I like it.
But I don't have anybody that I like in particular. But I'm just going to take from Grant down. I'm just going to take one of everyone on my favorite lineup.
All right. I like it. I like it. Do you care to share 3 of the people out of your favorite 4 lineup?
Yeah. Minchie, Cole, and Jasecki.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Let me do something real quick because I like that. I like that core there. Hang on.
And I would actually throw if
All
you
right, so
take
that leaves you with 5,200. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
no, you're good. I was gonna say if you take Jasecki out, you could actually go down here and take Ford. He would
Well,
probably be my 4th favorite.
I'm gonna do Ford anyway. Oh wow.
Take Fitzy in
Oh.
that take Fitzy in that lineup.
Oh yeah, I did. Oh, I did. Don't you worry
And
about
then
me.
and then one more One more Miami.
I did Minshew and the captain, Keelan Cole, Fitzpatrick, Gesicki, Jonathan Robinson, James Robinson, I'm sorry, Jakeem Grant with 1,300 left over.
Okay. I do not have that one.
Oh, wow. I don't want to enter it in this lobby. Oh, God. That's the $250 double up.
Yeah, don't do that.
I don't even know how I got there. I must have not been looking.
What the fuck are you doing, guy?
Oh, man, I ain't doing that. That's for sure. Well, I like that one. I like that one a lot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How do you
So
know?
this Thursday night, you can catch me in the dime package. I'm maxed out in that. I did that just to practice building lineups to see how all the marbles fall, see how everything kind of aligns, and see pricing. I recommend that. Maximizing your dollar. Maximize your dollar. It's $2. You can max enter a lobby, and you can try a bunch of crazy shit. And if you win, awesome. And if not, it's $2. So it's a good way to maximize your dollar. And I like lobbies like that. And first place pays out $250.
Yeah, that ain't bad.
So that's cool for a $2 entry. I'll be in the 25K quarter jukebox. I'm in the $1 20 entry, and I'm throwing my 2 darts at the big money. No whammies. Big money, no whammies.
I'll be probably 50 lineups in the big lobby.
Nice. Nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Well, cool beans. Well, I'm ready for some football, and excited. A lot of people might not be excited for this game. If you play DraftKings, you're excited about every game.
That's right.
So
That's right.
take
We
that.
love the shit games. The shit games pay good money.
And if you're really not watching football, I really feel bad for you. And I'm so sorry that you can't even enjoy sports anymore, and that 2020 has ruined your life. I'm so sorry. Because I feel like it's normal again having sports back.
Yeah, but we still have to wear masks everywhere.
Yeah, well, that's slowly seems to be slowly going away, which is good. I walked into Publix with no mask, and no one said a damn thing to me. Yes.
Oh, that's good.
So that's good, and I think Megan's doing it too, so that's cool.
That is cool.
But you know what? Hey. I'll wear a mask and go to Disney World because my girls love Disney World, and but go to Legoland. You don't have to wear a mask at Legoland, so that's cool.
Noted. Well,
we learned that this past week, and they have a water park.
And they have a water park.
Yep, Legoland Water Park, Legoland, Florida. Check it out.
And guess what? Guess what? We didn't get paid for that. That's not an advertisement.
No. Check out Disney World. Come visit Disney World. If you have any questions about Disney World, you can message me too, because I feel like I find myself there every weekend. And eventually, I'm going to start Theme Park Buddy, which is an awesome service to help people visiting Florida theme parks. So eventually, I'm going to start that. So be on the lookout for that. If I win one of these big lobbies, I'm going to do that to fund our NASCAR program. So
we'll call our boy.
Yeah.
A used Xfinity car.
Yeah. So cool. Well, good luck. Reach out to us if you need us. Check out the website. Are you gonna slap up an article on this for people?
Yeah. I'll have a write up on. Yeah, I'll have a write up probably done today, and it'll be up on the website for all this. Basically, be it out, like a summary of everything we've talked about.
Cool.
Also, I'm gonna get the rest of the Facebook page up and done, so that should be done here shortly. We do have the Twitter in progress, which I need to talk to you about that. But thanks for everyone who's following us. We're starting off. This is early in the going. But ride it out with us, and we're going to all win some money.
That's right. Give us a thumbs up. Slap the like button.
Smash the like button. Subscribe. Tell your friends. We love you.
Pay the price.
That's it.